Buenos dias, buenos dias, buenos dias. Today we're going to talk about beliefs. We're going to talk about something that we believe about ourselves, about the world around us, just in general, beliefs. And I'm going to use an illustration to show us how our beliefs work. The illustration is going to be the object known as a table, which I'm sitting at currently. What makes a table a table? How do we define what a table is? Well, we know that a table has a flat surface upon which you can rest things and put things on, my hands, the phone that I'm recording this on, so on and so forth. But we also know that a table has to have legs on which that flat surface can stand. Now, what I want to do is I want us to think about the fact that the flat surface of the table, those are our beliefs. That's something that, if you want to think about, we rest our minds on, just boom, it's here, okay? It supports. And those are our beliefs, that flat surface. But that flat surface is only good when it has the legs to support it. In other words, if I were to take the legs up from underneath this flat surface, we could no longer define it as a table, because a table by definition has to have legs upon which to rest. So therefore, it's the same thing with our beliefs. We just don't think about it in this way, but I want to try and make the idea of beliefs more concrete so that we can better understand how our minds work and relate to our beliefs. So we've got this flat surface and we've got things that we believe. But can we dig a little bit deeper and understand that all of our beliefs, it doesn't matter, folks. I mean, this is like super general. Whatever you believe, it has to rest upon legs underneath it. These legs could be known as references. In other words, when we think about something that you believe in and then walk that back a bit further and understand that there are certain legs upon which that belief rests, those are references. There's different kinds of references. There are personal references, which are like references that you have personally experienced. In other words, if you have a belief that people are good and people are kind, then a personal reference would be that you've personally experienced goodness and kindness from other individuals. Then there are like secondhand references, and that's another kind of leg that perhaps our table rests on. And those are very simply just taking that same belief that we might have, that people are good and people are kind. Maybe we haven't personally experienced that goodness and that kindness from somebody else, but we've seen somebody else, or we've seen another instance or circumstance when we've seen that belief play itself out. And then the third kind of reference or leg that our table stands on would be imagined references. And this is where the true power of the mind and imagination and visualization and imagery and all of that becomes so powerful, because these are very simply, they're imagined. So a little bit easier one here to think about would be, say you have the belief that you can achieve a certain goal athletically, maybe running a certain time in a 5K. And although you haven't done that yet, you don't have a personal reference because you haven't run that time. Maybe you don't know anybody that's run that time. You don't have any secondhand references. But these imagined references can come in play, where you can begin to imagine, you can begin to see yourself and feel yourself doing that thing. And if you do that often enough, and if you practice visualization, imagery, self-talk, those kinds of things, then that experience can become real to you, to where it is imagined, but the mind doesn't know the difference, and it will treat it as a personal reference. So all of our flat surfaces of our table need to rest upon references. And the stronger that those references are, the more robust that belief becomes, the more it can withstand challenges, the more it can withstand those times when we're just being bruised and battered in pursuit of our goals and doing whatever it is that we are looking to do and looking to achieve, becoming that best version of ourselves. But I want to add this. We need to question some of the beliefs that we hold. Every once in a while, it's good to step back from that table, to look underneath it and to see what are the legs, what are the references that this belief is standing upon. Are they good, solid references? Are they true? Do they make sense to me? Are they the secondhand references still need to, just like that imagined reference becomes personal. They need to be personal. They need to be ours. Were these references passed down maybe from somebody else? And that's fine because we all learn from modeling. But at some point, do we look at the legs of our table and say, yes, I like those legs. I'm willing to accept those legs to strengthen this belief that I have, to strengthen my resolve in whatever this thing is that I am resting upon. So I think that's important. So can we, just a little exercise for you, just take some of your beliefs that you have. They can be beliefs about yourself personally, about your self-image, about the confidence that you have in being able to do something, not do something, achieve something. They can be beliefs that you have about the world around you and how it operates. They can be beliefs about other people. They can be any belief that you've got. Start simple and just take a very simple belief and then drill down and think about the references, because the references really do make that belief come to life. They make it vibrant. They make it, like I said, they make it robust. They strengthen that belief. And I'm going to end with this. It's your table. The legs of that table are yours. They're nobody else's. So what's critically important if you do this exercise is to understand you may have somebody else walk up to, look at your table, look underneath and look at the legs and say, that's a pretty terrible table. That looks like a weak table to me. That table doesn't make sense to me. I don't understand it. Or I would have built that table differently on different legs and different references. That's okay. As I said, it's your table. You're the one that's going to have to rest things upon that belief. In other words, when times get difficult, you're the one that's going to have to trust that that belief, that table surface is going to be able to withstand whatever weight you put upon it, which is based on the legs underneath it. So it's not for anybody else to judge your table or give you feedback about your table. They can, and sometimes it's good to welcome that, just to maybe see if there's something you're missing about the workmanship of your table that you've built and constructed. But please, if you have just an intuition, if you've got a deep resolve, if you've got this just gut feeling within you that this table, it's solid. I'm proud of it. I'm satisfied in it. I examine it periodically and it always withstands the test. During rough periods, during tough moments, that table hasn't let me down. That belief that I've had has withstood. Then guess what? When outside influences come in and look at our table, we need not be shaken. Just think about the fact that it's mine, I'm satisfied in it, and I'm going to carry on. All right, folks, I hope that this video has been informative for you, and I hope that it benefits you in some way. I would love to start some dialogue with you, find out what is one of the beliefs that you took hold of and that you tested with this principle of testing out its legs. Or if you'd like some further help on guidance on how to walk you through how to examine the table, how to make sure we've got good solid beliefs so that they can withstand storms and difficult circumstances, then I would love to open up that dialogue with you. Go ahead and shoot me an email, mario@utmostperformance.org, or you can jump on the website, utmostperformance.info. I've also got a podcast. Just search Mayito Minutes, Mayito Minutes, wherever you get your podcasts, and you can find that. Got a lot of good information there to keep you plugged in. And lastly, if you like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. I'll be dropping things on here more frequently here, and I would love to have you watching these, and I would love to assist you on your journey to becoming the best version of yourself. Okay, folks, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Till next time.